We're going to start out by doing some work out in the shop today. We're going to do an oil change on a Yamaha 660 Grizzly. And first thing we're going to do is wander on out to the shop there and get it heated up because it's in the 30s today. And as you see, there's some snow on the ground, but it's mostly rainy. Okay, got it in the shop. Right there's the Grizz. So we can get over here where you can see it better. There you have it. Right there is the heat making happener. And we're gonna stoke that baby up. I'll tell you fellas, if you don't have one of these in your shop, you're missing out because this gives you winter wonderland right here. All right, so I won't bore you with the details. I'm no Boy Scout, but I know how to make fire. So, caveman I can be. This is where it pays off. You have grandkids. They like to draw. Tons of paper. And their little drawings from school. Of course, we kept the most important ones. Don't be worrying now, there, grandmas. Well, baby shark, mama shark. I mean, she was only like one. You make a lot of fires with a half-acre worth of fencing, especially if you're just using it as a starter. Yep, we're open. Yep, we're okay. Oh, just like that. It's cooking for a little bit. Yeah, you can see that. So I come back here. I got all kinds of stuff. I got a lot of kindling on top, and the logs are all at the bottom. Well, what's the fella gonna do? I'm just gonna burn a bunch of kindling today, probably. There's that load. I did dig out a piece of log and split it up already. So today we got here, and I just ordered this stuff right off of Amazon. You see there? You see there? Yamalube. Yamalube. Yep. Got 3 quarts of Yamalube. Even got a genuine Yamaha oil filter. And all that was like 20 bucks. And come right to the door. So, you know, a fella didn't have to drive clear across town to go get it. Probably would have paid more for it at the store. You know, those motorcycle repair places, they're pretty proud of their parts and whatnot. They probably would have charged me 150 bucks to change my oil. I'm just going to do it myself. It's just cheaper, easier, and it really doesn't take that long. You know, once the building gets heated up, I'll come out here and you know, have it done in a half hour probably. But we're going to go through that a little bit later. I'm actually going to jack the 4-wheeler up onto some stands. That'll just make everything a little easier to get to. Got it warmed up. Need to shut off the local radio station, so don't want to have any copyright laws infringed upon. What I was going to do, I said I was going to jack this thing up so we can get right up underneath there. Yeah, I can still fit right there now, but just makes it a little easier if the guy lifts it up. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Got my Harbor Freight jack there with my custom block to get a little more lift out of it. And then I'm going to use some of these drive up type ramps, which I hate driving up on, especially on a slick floor. So I'm just going to jack it up and slide them under. All right, so we'll just get to that real quick. The most important device in the shop is the cold snack device here. And yeah, it's a full side-by-side unit. I've got some beef in here. Good place to keep some microwave stuff, because I do have a microwave in the shop. And so, I think a man can survive out here with some beef, frozen pizzas, and adult beverages. Yeah. We're just getting her up there. You know, if you don't have a fridge in your shop, what you got to do is convince the missus that she needs a new fridge in the house. That's how I got this one out here. You notice I put the ramps facing forward so they won't be in my way as I get under the machine to find the drain plug. This is where I put in the disclaimer. There may be foul language from time to time. This is a pretty simple job, so I shouldn't resort to that, but you never know, might bust a knuckle and let out something that might offend the younger viewers. So be careful with your volume controls when you're watching this video. And I'll leave the jack under there too, just for a little extra measure. But I don't know if you can see it from all the way over there. This one here got the custom gold paint job. Alright, let's see here. I actually want to lay on something. I don't want to just lay on that cold cement. So I think I got some furniture type pads around here somewhere. Yeah, good old H&F discount furniture pads. They are excellent for this kind of work. All the oil draining essentials right in this tub. I even got kitty litter, just in case. Cycle Max is the company I must have bought this from. Got their logo right there. Got the compression washer, so I can replace that on the drain plug. Filter for that hard to reach fill tube, kind of down in here. Yeah, you can't get the bottle right in there easy. Yep. I got a feeling the hardest thing is going to be is getting the oil filter off. But there we go, got the bucket. Catch-a-rooney. Okay, there is a plate, a skid plate up underneath this thing. And I'll get you in closer for that so you can see what that skid plate looks like and where the bolts are. Okay, so what I got here, I just took a little gander into there, and actually don't even have to remove that skid plate. But I think I'll just show it to you real quick so you can believe me. Yeah, here's the skid plate. And you see right back up here, Let's see, right there. Yeah, those would be the nuts to start taking it off. But right here, but it's kind of dark, that is where the drain plug is. So we'll be able to just get right in there, drain that straight out. And that is 17 millimeter. That their Japanese measurement tool. Yeah, it's a Japanese motorcycle. So Japanese engine. That makes sense. But I know you find that a lot in American-made products, don't you? Okay, so off to the tool bin. Oh, there we go. Okay. So here's my tool. That's pretty much all my hand tools, screwdrivers, pliers, all that stuff. Yeah, it's a fancy Craftsman toolbox, but most of the tools in this right here and down in here, El Cheapo. So, you know, I do have some Craftsman, but there you go. There's some nice Harbor Freight, and these are pretty nice because these fully extend, so you can use them to do some torquellatage. And yeah, you got to really bear down on something, or you got a tough bolt, that comes in handy. More length, more torque. Yeah, you can bust off some bolt heads. Okay, so 17 millimeter. Yeah, hey, guess what? I got to use a Craftsman. And there we go, 17. All right, you know, and I'm a bit on the lazy side. Sure, I could get down in there and all that with this baby, and I might just end up doing that just to break it loose. But I like using my power tools. So I break out the old Impact. Got the DeWalt variety. Pretty nice tools. That's the high-end laser beam attracting Black & Decker variety. I believe they are the same company. This is their high-end stuff, right? Most people are familiar with it. This is the Impact one. Put a little driver attachment on that. Look at that. That baby will be off in no time. Okay, let's get under here. Yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. Took a second to break loose. Boom. Yeah. Oh, that's black. Black. Like some month-old coffee. Like Monster Inc. type coffee. That's black. Okay, well, we'll just leave that down in there for a minute. I am going to have to fish that nut out because I just dropped it in there. There it is. Whoops. I should not have done that. But she's draining. And that smells pretty gassy. That's not a good thing. But I'll be honest with you, I bought this four-wheeler probably 4, maybe 5 years ago off a good friend, and got a really good deal. It's always nice to have friends like that. I only paid $2,000 for this whole thing, the whole get up, extra carrying rack, set up with a bow and arrow hauling thing up in there. Got the steps back here for a passenger, so the kids love going for rides on it. Yeah, $2,000 for that whole get up. What a deal. Brand new tires. But I never changed the oil in this thing the whole time I've had it. So yeah, it's pretty sneaky, but it's still slick, and I'm not feeling anything in it, so that's good. That's good. It's yeah, I think I got a little dirt from the bottom of the pan when I dropped the bolt in there, but that's all right. I'm going to clean this all up, and shoot, that thing's already done draining. The next step will be getting right in there by the engine. Sits right on top of the engine right there. Get that oil filter out of there. All right, there's the oil filter. If you can see it right down in there. I got a light if you can. Laying right down on top of that motor. Now there's side panels that go here. I got them over on the workbench. I already popped them off. And as I put them back on, I'll show you how those work. Sorry, I got my big finger in there. Like I said, here's the oil filter right there, laying in there. Side panels cover this up. I will show you how to get those off when I go to put them back on. Anyways, and there's another cover that goes over this. But there's your oil fill hole and your oil measuring stick. Right now that'll show empty. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and get that out of there. I'm going to go back to wide mode so you can see my backside good. And also while I'm down here, if you see right there, that there is a brand new carburetor. I also got that off Amazon. And I wish I would have recorded me putting that in there. I might go back and go to all the trouble of taking it back out, putting it back in, just to show you how to do it. But this is something anybody could do. I did that in a couple hours time. Never done it before. A couple hours time. The hardest part was hooking up the throttle cables. Yeah, that thing out of the box, no adjustments, fired this thing right up. So what I was having problems with was the thing was running bad. And it was because I hadn't ridden it in a couple of years and the gas went bad. So I ran that bad gas into that pump, into that carburetor, and it gummed up the works. So it was spittering and sputtering. It would still run, but it didn't run good. But for about $55, I got, well, here, I got a box of stuff over here on the workbench. So for like $55, under $60 anyways. I got a brand new filter. This is the old one. I already had it in the trash, but I wanted to pull it out and show it to you. And I got this box of goodies. So, you know, filter. Yep, didn't use that. I got a brand new spark plug. So I threw that in there. And one thing with these spark plugs, the spark plug come with this on it, right? This, just like in your automobile, you just unscrew that so it'll fit the coil wire that's going to go on that. Because the coil wire pack that's on this unit will not accept that big thing, but it'll take the spark plug that's straight into it. And I got another spark plug I can show you that's in my kit. It came with all new hose fastener things. Didn't use it, just left the old one on there. Okay, and there's the carburetor. This is the old one. This is the old one. You can look down in here and you can see she's kind of dirty. But that's what happens when you run old gas. And right here, here's your throttle mechanism here. Right here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Getting that cable around there and that little brass pin to lock inside that thing. I dropped that pin down inside the top of the motor underneath the starter 3 times. And that was a cussing episode that I should have recorded for you. Anyways, yeah, it wasn't that bad though, really. So you could rebuild this thing. $15 to rebuild it. I kept this old one for now, but I think I'm probably just going to pitch it. My time is worth something. And, you know, $15, $16 for a rebuild kit plus my time. $50, $60 for brand new, ready to rock and roll. Didn't have to tune on, nothing. Just pull the old one out, put the new one in, done. So I think that's a good deal. And yeah, there were other parts with it. You know, there was the inline filter, didn't use it. There was this air cleaner filter. I might be putting that on there. I just haven't dug into that yet. Maybe that'll be another video. But we'll see how that goes. And yeah, this here is the right size, whatever that is. but it's for the smaller oil filters. You know, we got the big jumbo size like on your automobiles, and then you got the smaller sizes that are typically for your motorcycles. And you know what, this actually works on my irrigation filters too, so I do use it quite a bit. Now they have those kinds with the straps. I need to get one of them. I think that would come in really handy. But I am going to attempt to fish, because that's why I'm a fisherman, this in there and get that out of there. And hopefully this will just break right loose and we'll have it out in no time. So hang in there. And you got to work it in here, because you got this here 4-wheel drive shifter transmission making a happener rod right in the way. Dag burn it. But that's okay. You got some vent tubes in the way, but you know, if you just, because it's got that articulating hinge, you can slip it down in there. All right, so, oh, look at there. Just went right on. Just went right on. Yeah, as you crank it, oh, pop, wet. That was too easy. I think that's finger loose already. So somebody did a good job when they did it last, because they didn't over tighten it. You don't want to over tighten these filters, people. That compresses that gasket, and you don't get a seal, and you end up leaking. Finger tight. Some fingers stronger than others, so you might want to get somebody with some good finger strength. Get in there. Finger tight. If you can't do that, you can use that wrench in reverse. Just be careful. Don't. Just. Right. Yeah, that's all scientific talk there. But, yeah, open it. Done. Got it. All right. Okay. I got a feeling this is going to make a mess. It's going to be tricky fishing this out of here, but I think there's enough room to get it up. If a feller, right there's the oil filter. I think I can take it up this way and right out here. Right there. Right through that hole. That'll be the plan. So, yep, she's plenty loose. Just spin her. Yeah, they didn't cheap on the threads. Probably should give you some light. Fella ought to give you some light. I think I got a light around here. Yep, free light. Light free. Yep. Oh, yep, they got that LED stuff there going on. And let's see if I can find a place to stick the light. Maybe we'll just shove it in there like that. That might be too much light. Nope, we can see. There. And we'll just keep on taking this out of here. Yep. Oh, I think she's there. Oh, yep, there it is. Yep, okay. Okay. Now my light's in the way. Okay. Yep, oh, yep, there. Oh. Look at there. Oh, don't spill it. You're not making. Look at there. Oh, that's a Fram type. So at least this thing's probably been changed at least once before. It's a pretty old machine, so I guess, you know, I've heard bad about Fram, but I've used them all my life, and I've never had an issue with them. But we're going to go with the Yamaha. Yamaha. You know what I like about Yamaha? Yams. You know, do y'all have yams for Thanksgiving? Yep. My wife made up a big old batch of yams. And let's just set you right back down here on my homemade stand. And here we go. Just unwrap it. See, it's all brand new. Here's that ring, that gasket. It's rubber gasket. And it actually has a little bit of grease from the packaging on it. But, you know, you got this old oil right here. And woo, That's kind of scary empty. That's odd. Anyways, I got my panel oil right there. I'm going to just put some greaser on there, some oil on there. Slide it right back in that hole. Screw her back on. I didn't even hardly get any oil in there. And that's kind of concerning because that should have been full of oil. But I know after I put that new carburetor in there, this thing's running like a top. And like I said, I think, gosh, this thing's got to be, I don't know, it's more than 10 years old. I know that. I just don't remember what year it is. You know, I just said, I like it. $2,000. That's a good price. It runs okay. I don't have to put an inch in it. Okay. And I had, like I said, I probably had it 5 years or more. And you know, I don't use it a lot, and that's why I wasn't really concerned about me changing the oil on it. Yep, we got the oil generously spread upon there. And I don't want it to be messy, so I just clean it up a little bit, but leave all that oil right there. And yeah, I'm gonna fight it in there a little bit. Oh my, that went in way too easy. Wow. So I'm not being able to get all my gorilla strength on there. It's kind of, I'm kind of notorious for that. Oh, gorilla, oh, broke it, you know. That's why I don't work at the airport, you know, handling luggage. I tend to break stuff. But, I got it on there snug. Not quite as tight as I'd like to. I like to feel it, you know, but it's just hard. It's thick. Get my hands on it. Yeah. You know, this is where a fella might go to that device and do the old reverse thing. Yeah, what's the reverse? Yeah, that's the reverse thing right there. So I'm gonna just fish this in there. Oh yeah. There we go. I just not even an eighth of a turn. Just, I know that's going to be plenty tight with the pressure you can put on with one of these things. Do not overdo it. That's that. Filter's on. Now, I think I showed you that filter, that funnel. Right? That was all part of the kit. And it's got a brand new, can you see it right there? Brand new compression ring washer. So, well, let me get a pry tool, because it's like, I don't know if that was meant to be, or maybe this didn't have one. Maybe it's stuck up underneath there. I better go do some investigating, because what you see here, let's take a look, see at this. Here's that washer. Don't look like much. That goes on there like that. Huh. I got a feeling it's stuck to the motor. I am going to take the flashlight and look up underneath there and see if that's still up in there. It looks like it's recessed in there. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't really want to damage anything. I might just leave it, because it never leaked before. I might just leave that up in there. But if I go messing with it, I might scar something up. So, yep. I think I'm just gonna take my socket. Yeah, I should have had it down on her already and I wouldn't have had to get up. 17 millimeter foreign objects. I don't know. Same old. There we go. Where's it at? I lost it. There we go. Yeah, we'll just run up in there. Nope, we won't. Nope. I lied. Yeah, maybe I got. Yep, found her. Yep. This could get rude. Get rude. Alright. Alright, you know, now I could use this with whoop whoop. But it's right there, and I think I just want to put my hands on it. Because I want to feel how tight. You know, you just don't get a feeling with one of these. Ripping stuff out, no worries. Putting stuff in, you just don't want to be impacted on that stuff. That's when you start making mistakes. So we're gonna go back to the old friend here, Manuel, and all right. Back over here to the high-end tool section. Yeah, a little extension. That's on Titan. This is actually a really nice little wrench for Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh brand. That's what I was talking about. This one extends. The bigger one extends a little further. This is a 3/8 drive. And it's got a quarter drive on the back of it. So, you know, that's a good multi-purpose, you know, you get a lot of torque with that. Yeah. Put the big old gorilla mitts on there. Really do a job. But we're in the delicate stage here. We're just gonna lay down under here. 5 minutes. Oh yeah. Well, I had her just about right there. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Oh, 36.95 pounds. That's calibrated. That was a piece of sagebrush. If you didn't know, I live near a desert. I'm in the city, but yeah, desert's right at the back door. We get to take this thing in the desert, up in the mountains, go around in the snow. Yeah, we got all the seasons here. Yeah, mostly hot and cold. Yeah, we go from 100 to 35 in a couple days, but that's okay. Hey, so that's done. Plugs in, filters in. I got 3 quarts of oil. I think they said this thing takes like 2.7595 continuous, but you know what? I'll probably end up putting the whole 3 quarts in. It was definitely low on oil because that filter was empty when I pulled it out. So I might have ought to put oil in the filter before I even did that, but you know what? I've never primed my filters, and I'm 62 years old, if you can believe that. I can't believe it. I still feel like a kid except for my bones. That one use, I've used this a lot, that one use paid for that tool. I'll guarantee you. That tool is $5-10 bucks. That oil change that I'm doing on this thing, 100 more? I don't know. What's shop hours now? You know, those guys got to make a living. I get it. But you know, so does a fella like me. So you know, you just learn to do a few things on your own. And well, you know, they were serious about keeping that hermetically sealed. You know, don't want no, I don't know, somebody could contaminate your ore. I don't know what they put in there. acetaminophen. I don't know. But you know, we'll just get it over here. Let's see. Let's see if it's got a tamper-proof seal on it too, like children's aspirin right there. Look at that, sealed. So I know this ain't no recycled stuff. And I'll tell you, this here has got all the vitamins for your motorcycling type engine and transmission use. It says all purpose, but it was specifically made for these here type motors. So yeah, you want to make sure you use this kind of stuff. Now this is a Yamaha lube brand. Later on I'm going to show you my two-wheeler variety and do an oil change on that. Maybe, yeah, next week. I'm probably not going to get to it today because granddaughter's got a soccer game and Papa's got to be there. I'm going to try this little cheap paper, cardboardy thing. And like I said, I pointed out earlier where the, you know what you call a dipstick. Must have been a family member of mine that came up with that one. Yep. Yep. There it is. That's the whole thing, you know. You got your ones for your cars. That's your motorcycle type. You see this in the lawnmowers too. You know what I do in my lawnmower? I pour it in there and go, yep, there's oil in there. Yeah, if I could see it, there's oil in there. I don't care. You know, lawnmowers, they go forever. So, yeah, there's that. Want to make sure that stays clean, so I just throw it down here in my muddy, messy running board there. No problem. Let's see if I can. I probably can't even fit this filter down in there. Heck no, that don't fit in there. Well, that's out. But the fella's got. I'm doing lots of oil changes on different vehicles. Look at that. Look at that. You know, those college kids. That's for doing shots, I guess. It's smaller. You got your, 12 ouncer size, and then probably not what all the kids need to know about right now. Look at that. That goes right in there. Like it was made for it. Pull off that hermetic seal. No, this might be a good time for you to go to your adult beverage container and get you a cold snack and yeah. Yamaha, love it. Yamaha. I don't know. I wonder if they make a boudoir. Right type. That might be a little bit too adult for the kids. You know, they put us. There's nothing to grab hold of. I know. Wait, right there. Yep, got the tool right here. Crank her up, boys. Right there. 2 down. 1 to go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That little tab right there. That's so you can get a hold of her. Peel her off. That's pretty easy. You know that other one, actually, it had it on there, but it was like glued down. I couldn't get it off. But it's there. That's that silvery part. It's there, but couldn't get this. Grab it. So, quart number 3, this should be it for this machine. Should take, it'll probably overfill it just a little bit. That'll be perfect. You know, the one thing about not taking off that skid plate though, some of that drippage got up inside that plate and it's coming out the other holes here, there, over there, and make a little bit of a mess. Not a big deal, I guess. It's, it's an outdoor off-roadsy thing, and It just lives here in the shop, and yeah, I don't care if there's a little oil on the floor, I can wipe it up. I'm real sorry this takes so long. But, you know, good things come to those who wait. I guess that's why a feller might pay somebody $100 to change his oil. I don't know. But, you know, I could be in the house getting in trouble. We'll just, oh, look at there. There's the last of it right there. Yep, I'll have to go in the house and get the key because the feller forgot to bring it out when he came out here today. But, yeah, I'd like to, that's plenty. I'd like to turn this thing over, get it circulating a little bit. Then let it cool down, sit, let it drain back into the bottom of the engine and then measure the level. Let it cool down, measure the level again. So, yeah, that's what I put on my pancakes. And maple syrup. Yep, that Hungry Jack. Fellers, the secret is heat your syrup up. Put it in the old microwaver, 30 seconds. Yeah, that's delish. Yeah, you know that oil though, that can be used for a couple things. But this one I'll probably put it in a jug and take it down to the local automotive store and dump it in their recycle oil bin. They don't care what flavor it is. I know my local O'Reilly's, they let you walk right on back where they keep all their parts, and they got a great big oil tank, and you just dump her in. Yeah, you could just leave your jug there if you want. They don't care. They're pretty good folks down there. Yep. All right, there's your oil. I got this all nice and clean. That's why I was just cleaning that up. There's your dipstick. Right, I got her all cleaned up. Got a little gasket down in there. Yep. Got her all cleaned up, ready to go back in there. I'm not even going to measure it probably. Well, no, I'll measure it real quick. Just see what it looks like with the 3 quarts without running the engine at all. But you know, this is the old oil filter. The oil filter is going to take up 1/3 of a quart. So, you know, that's something. It should be pretty close. It's supposed to be like right in this little area here. You see that little, where's the camera? See that little ridge right there? As long as it's in that area, it should be safe. So I'll just do a quick read with that. Then I'll run in the house, like I was saying, and grab the keys so we can fire it up. And these things, you're supposed to screw it all the way in when you're measuring it, right? I believe. I think that's right. It might vary from brand to brand. Oh yeah, that's yeah. That's overfull. Perfect. And I got the keys in it. Got the oil cleaned up good enough underneath here. I got these blow-by things kind of shoved back. Boy, that's kind of made a mess of that. Oh, I drifted here and there. Oh, hey, that's just like liquid shine though on that old plastic. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like brand new. Okay. All right, time to fire this thing up. If it fires right up, we'll just let it run for a couple minutes. I'm not gonna. Well, I could open up the shop and all that. Yeah, we got ignition issue. And we got some choke. We got that. Let's see. I'm in park. Oh. Didn't turn the fuel on. Sorry. Well, you know, the old cranium doesn't quite sometimes. Fuel's on now. Okay, now we can run it. Boy. Oh, Now I gotta adjust that carburetor back down. That was embarrassing. But you know, see? I mean, you can make mistakes. You can still just move right on. Look at that thing. That's a smooth running old machine right there. You know, when that carburetor had all that bad gunked up fuel in it, this thing would be chirping and a sputting and a spitting, and every time you hit the old throttle button, she'd just there. You could feather, get her going, but she wouldn't stay running, no way. And now, now you hear it trying to slow down. So that's that choke. I got that choke fully engaged. I can start shutting that choke down. I am going to open up that garage door, let that heat out. It's kind of hot in here anyways, actually. So we got, got some fumes happening here. Just like she's supposed to. You hear a little bit of that chirp I was talking about. I think that's kind of more a normal thing. When it was doing it before with that bad carburetor, that was loud. It was chirping like, whoop, like a flock of seagulls or something. And it would just cut right off. If I had done that with that old carburetor, she just would lay flat, dead loud. All right, well, yeah, I think we're good. I think I'll shut it down. And I'm going to shut the fuel off, so I can forget to turn it on again next time. I was gonna let it cool down, let the oil get back down to the bottom of the case. I guess what a fella could show you right now, because we're about done now. So some of these covers, right? They're just little snap-on plastic gizmos. This covers the oil, so I'm not gonna, the oil dipstick area, I'm not gonna put this one on yet. But well, this is the fancy cover for this side. You see right here, this is the ring that just fits right over the old gas turning on doohickey. So, you know, it's just plug in. You know, they got these little tabs that fit in slots, and these hooks that clip. You know, here's a, I don't know if you can see that. Here's a little arrow-headed thing. It goes in there, and plugs into a little rubber thing and grommet that holds it in place. You know, when I took this out, I just kind of ripped her out of there, but I probably ought to be a little more careful in the future. Okay. Yep. So oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got that. Yeah. Now does that? Yeah. Goes what? Huh? What? Oh, I gotta take the seat off. That's it. Seat's off. Oop, little heat shield. Seat's pretty easy to take off. Little tab in the back. Whoop, releases it. Get that out of the way. That way this can fit back in here. Here's that little rubber grommet. This is just a cover over the gas tank. You know, that could come off too, but didn't need to take it off for any of the work I've been doing. So we'll just, oh, it is partially disconnected from where it's supposed to be though. You know, they got these tabs that are supposed to be lined up with stuff. And yeah. There we go. I wonder if the other side, nope, the other side looks good. That one got the plastic attached to the plastic, so I can attach some more. You got it, plastic. And I think what I'm gonna do, this one looks like the big puppy here. It's got a big hook shape to it right there. Get that down in there first, and then put it in. Maybe. Let's see. Where's it go? Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. There's 2 tabs that go along the plastic tank cover. Hey, that there's like factory installation. You know, you just work on it a little bit. It isn't nothing really to see, but you know, once the cover's on, you know, that just kind of protects your legs from all that going on in there. You know, it's a nice little plastic cover. It's all right. Gotta do the same thing on the other side. Rag that I wiped the oil off the floor. You know, it's just like Armor All. Cheaper. Nothing is Armor All. I use it all the time. I like the Armor All. Here's you got your exhaust system here. And this is up in here. This is where your throttle making happener is. You know, it's connected to the thumb controller. Cable goes up, and inside there you got the little brass hook that fits in that throttle hole. So, oh, feller found a spring that I dropped earlier. This spring is part of the old choke system. The new carburetor came with a little bit different choke and a little different spring. And I watched one of these videos on YouTube about that choke. And I watched these young fellas, bless them because they were trying. I watched them put that choke connection right on in that hole. No spring. Not gonna work. Nope. You know, and at the end of that thing, they never did show that machine running. So, you know, hopefully they're warm weather and they don't need choke too much. But just about all these machines like a little choke just to get them started. So, you know, use what come with it, because the spring that was original to the original carburetor was a little bigger and didn't quite seat right with the new choke cable. So, or the new choke pin, I should say. It was really the pin. The pin, there's a pin that rides inside the spring, and that pin is what sets your air mixture and blocks that air so that carburetor's choked. So, you know, that carburetor wants a particular pin that came with it, and they were different from the original one. I mean, the carburetor on the outside looks exactly the same, but yeah, some of the internal components were a little bit different. So be paying attention to that. And you know, if you had to reuse this, bing, across the garage, you know, it may have went. So, you know, you just keep an eye out for that sort of stuff. Anyways, I'm going to get that cover on here, quit boring you with this. I might dig out that old pin because I still have it. It's over in that box of parts I was showing you earlier. But I'm going to go throw this in that box too, because if I'm going to throw it away, I'll throw it all the way together. That way I won't go, where'd that come from? Oh well. Brand new. Sleek. Sleek. Yes, sir. All right, same deal. Got the bigger tab right there, so I want to make sure that gets down into the slot it needs to be into first. Right there's where, oh yeah, right, oh yeah, see it hooked. And then that next one was tabbed in, click. There's another one there, boom. Here's that arrow shaped one again. Oh, see now, see I got these long ones right here. But you can, the fella can just kind of lift it up and in. Boom. That one came back out, that's no problem. You know? And there we go. I bet It's pretty close to being right now. And, oh boy, that's a lot of oil. That's my, that should have been less, I would have thought. She is full. Well, but she's clean. She's clean. I think she's probably okay. Because that was only a little bit more than recommended. Really, you know, it's about 0.32911 infinity, you know, pi. So, yeah, I did use it last winter. I take that back. So, you know, that fuel goes bad really fast. And, you know, I hear folks talk about that stay bill. Put it in your engines, put it in your gasoline, you know. That'll keep her fresh for a lot longer. And I never did it. I always ran my machines where I was always out of gas anyway. So what the heck? But, you know, a fella says, I'm not too old to learn. And, you know, another unpaid endorsement. But, you know, this one little bottle, doing this machine, I got my motorcycle behind me that I probably won't ride much this winter. I'm going to take it out. Believe me, I'll take it out. Get one of them Indian summer days or whatever they call them during the winter. Yep, I'll get her out. But I'm going to run some of this in there. I already put it in my lawnmower gas. So, you know, I use my lawnmower to pick up leaves. So I got stay bill going on in my lawnmowers. And I got myself a generator over here in the corner for when the apocalypse happens. And I'm going to, you know, protect it. Don't want that carburetor to get gummed up. So, fellas, there's other brands. You know, in fact, I bought some STP and put it in this thing also. I double dosed her. I did. Yep. I put some STP in there to get some of that stiction, you know. Thought, because I tried that first, you know, before I changed out the carburetor. I would drain the gas out of her. I put that stiction carburetor cleaner stuff in the gas, and I put some of this in there. And nope. I ran her for probably a half hour more, and that carburetor was too gummed up. Just did not want to run. Not, you know, it idle, but it, you know, you can't idle trying to plow snow. So, yep. I'm gonna give this a go because I got a feeling that tank of gas will probably get me all the way through this winter or next summer because, you know, like I said, I don't really run it that much. But, you know, we'll see. You know, maybe I'll be back and saying, hogwash. No, I believe this is going to work because I've heard a lot of people, you know, a lot of people tell the guy, you know, it's beaten in there eventually. So, yeah, we'll give her a go. Anyways, yeah, it's ready for this side plate down here on the side. And off the jack stand she comes. So, I won't bore you with that, but I'll see you on the next one. Okay, y'all take care. Yeah, thanks for watching. And if I babbled on too much, you know, I guess there's a whole bleep bloop thing you can put down in the comments. And, you know, we'll try to tame it down a little bit next time if you need to be. But got to try to keep you occupied while we're doing all the boring stuff too. Take care.